like it's a bad mom moment or maybe a bad parenting moment because I knew that he...
This is the good life. Oh, 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 oh. This is the good life. Oh, oh, oh. Out in the sunshine, nothing but good times. This is the good life. This is the good life. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
It's 6:20, 6:19 in the morning, and Bentley is practicing his spelling words. He's gonna earn that Lego set. Confident, working this hard, he's gonna get there. Okay, Bentley here has his big spelling test today. We've been practicing words all last night and all this morning, and he's gonna do such a great job. And we told him if he gets more than 15 right on one of his next spelling tests, he can get a Lego set. It doesn't even have to be today, right? It can be next week or the week after that. But the first time he gets 15 right, he can get a Lego set. Are you excited? I think you can do it. But right now, what do you want?
we're gonna get Among Us on my Nintendo Lite.
Among Us. How many of you have played Among Us? I don't know much about Among Us. I did try to play it the other day because, you know, online, kids playing games online, you have to be careful about who they can communicate and talk with. I did tell him he could get it, but I'm gonna have to keep a close eye on him while he plays it to make sure that it's appropriate and things. So have any of you had experience playing Among Us on the Nintendo platform or iPhones or anything like that?
So like people die in it because like there's this imposter and crewmates, and the crewmates are trying to find the imposter and throw him out of the ship so that he can't kill any more guys.
$5. You know, I told him I'd buy it, but he has to pay me back. So he went to go get his money. Why is Among Us free on the iPhone, but $5 on the Nintendo? That's weird. Have you played Among Us?
I like being the imposter. Because if you're the crewmate, you literally just walk around doing nothing until you die.
Have you ever been the imposter?
No.
You've never been the imposter, and you've never found the imposter?
No.
Well, that doesn't...
bad at it.
All right, Bentley's trying to pay up. How much you got here? There's 50 cents. There's $1. There's $2, $3, $4, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, $5. I didn't even charge you tax. There was tax on there, and I paid the tax for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Do you want to do a clean with me that's probably really satisfying for you and really embarrassing for me? Let's check out my microwave. Looks can be deceiving, right? Doesn't look that bad. It's like, hey, Allie, that's really not that bad. Oh, yummy. We got some spaghetti in there. We even have like these little hangy things that I think are from like cheese. What? I found out a little trick that I like to do that makes all those crusties come off pretty easy. You get some vinegar. I just got some from my Lazy Susan that I didn't have in our last house that I'm loving in this house. You put it in a bowl and then you cook it in the microwave for a good like minute or so, and all the, I don't know what you call it, the fumes, the vapor from the vinegar goes all over and makes everything nice and soft, and so you just wipe it away. I don't know what's in there. Is that really old vinegar? I'm not eating it, so it should be fine, right? And just let that cook away. Have some bubbly while we wait. These things are really good. Called sparkling ice. Sometimes it's a little too carbonated for me, so I like to put a cup of water. Not a cup of water. I like to put a cup of ice and then pour that over so all that fizziness goes away. 3, 2, 1, beep. Okay, so now that stuff should be pretty loose and I should just be able to wipe it away. I also always love to have a sink going full of soapy water to keep everything clean. Ooh, that came off nice. See? Not too shabby. Ooh, that looks better. Pro tip, You're supposed to do the top first. And that way when it all falls down, it's not falling down on your clean workspace. I thought these little spots would come off better with the vinegar than they are, but I still think it's easier using the vinegar first. Because usually it's like a lot harder to get these things off. I think cleaning the microwave is one of those things that you don't do too often, only because nobody can see it. If someone comes into your house, they're not gonna go open your microwave, but they're gonna walk into your kitchen and see your dirty dishes, and so it's easier to clean those things. Ooh, kind of smells like vinegar. And then you can take something like that, a little bottle brush, but I don't have babies anymore, so I use our old bottle brushes for tight spaces. All right, and then one more wipe down. Oh, hey, that's not so embarrassing anymore. I'll wipe down that one real quick. Boom! So much better. And that took me less than 10 minutes. Now if you come over, you're allowed to look in my microwave, okay? Yesterday, Kyle finished Bentley's closet, and it's so exciting that one more project's done. We got the end of our fireplace cut a couple days ago, so now that's ready to be, you know, painted, and for me to paint the fireplace. I've been working all week, so I haven't had a chance at all this week. Hopefully, since kids don't have school tomorrow, I can't get a sub call tomorrow, and so I can do that tomorrow. That's my famous words. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. Bentley's closet is done, and I feel like the back half of the house, minus the master shower, because we're still working on that. I don't know what I want for the tiles yet. I'm really loving like the herringbone pattern everywhere, but that would be a lot more work. It's a lot more grout to be in a shower, so I don't know if I want to do that, but it's so pretty and I love the way it looks. So that's where I'm at right now, is I'm kind of going back and forth on what kind of tile to put in that master shower. So after we get the master shower done though, we are all done with the back half of the house. All done. I mean, we need to put flooring in the hallway. Right now it's just concrete, but the same flooring that's gonna go in the kitchen and the living room is going to extend down the hallway. So I can't do that until I do the rest. The next project probably really is raising the floor in the living room. I have 2 concrete contractors that I want to give a call and have come over and give me a price quote to figure out what we're looking at for that. It's not something that I want to do on our own, and it's not something that it seems like a pretty big job, so I'm not really willing to be like, hey, can you come to help us out? You know, like, I don't want to do that. I want it done right, and so I want to pay someone that knows what they're doing with it. I could paint the door, that front door. On the front, I even think my painter's tape is still on there because I started painting it and then it got cold. Like the next day it got cold and I wasn't quite happy with the way it was turning out, and so I need to sand it all and then repaint it, but that's not happening until it gets warmer. So my next project, hopefully tomorrow, is the fireplace, and then maybe we can get something going on the living room. I doubt that concrete people like want to work in the cold. Is that a thing? Kyle and I can probably take down these popcorn ceilings maybe on Saturday if we don't have anything else going on. I haven't talked to Kyle yet, so I don't know what we have planned for Saturday. I actually think he's calling a basketball game on Saturday. We should give you guys the link to that. So our town is pretty small, and they've asked Kyle to call like the basketball game. He doesn't really know a lot about basketball. He used to watch basketball, but not so much anymore. So that's gonna be fun to listen to. He did football too, and he's a football lover. He always did really good at that. I haven't heard him do basketball, but I'm sure he'll do great because he's just good with things like that. Anyway, I feel like I've talked your ear off, so, let me show you this other thing. So we have this weird end in our kitchen. Here's where our stove is. I just stuck my hand in water. That was real cool. Our stove is right there. It used to be right here where that concrete is before we put on in the island. We have this smaller piece of countertop. And I think what I want to do is get like 2 legs, like one leg right there and one leg right there. And then put this counter on top of the legs so that we have like somewhere to put our trash can, because I have nowhere else to put a trash can. Like there's just nowhere else in here. And so here, I'm gonna move you over here. I want to know if you think I'm crazy or if this is gonna look like really weird, because my other thought if this doesn't work out, my other thought was to put a book, like a bookshelf under the countertop. And I know that will look cute because I could put cookbooks and like little cute things. Anyway, but I don't know where else to put our trash cans. So that's where I'm at right now. See, so that will go right there. And then like 2 legs holding it up and then the trash can. Is that gonna look okay? Am I crazy? Or should I just go with the bookend? But if that's your answer, you have to tell me where I put our trash can. Because I have no idea where to put the trash can. No idea. When Marie lived here, she had the trash can in the pantry. So here's the kitchen, and then you would walk all the way in here, ta-da, to the pantry to throw something away. And I needed something closer. I needed a closer trash can. Yeah, so those are my questions for you today. What do you think about the end? Bookshelf or keep the trash can? But if you put bookshelf, you have to give me an idea on what to do with our trash. Okay, I'm all over the place, but I remember seeing a leg in the basement. So I'm gonna go down to the basement and see if I can find one of the legs I was talking about. Yeah, do you wanna come with me? You can just come with me. The snow's starting to melt and it's turning into that snow that I don't like. That like kinda yucky. Uh-oh, I'm squirreled today. Have you guys ever seen that movie? What movie is it? Up. Oh, there's a chicken. Are they gonna come say hi to me? Did you guys hear me? Are you coming out? See, our chickens love us. Hi guys. You doing okay? Their topper things look a little, that one back there, what do they call them? The little topper things? Anyway, they look a little sad. His looks nice and bright red, but theirs look like they could, I don't know, use something. You guys doing all right? Don't worry, this summer we're gonna fix your chicken coop. It'll be a cute chicken coop. All right, looks like the chickens are doing okay. We should check their water though. They have water, they're good. Bentley told me they had water, but sometimes you never know with that kid. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, this is the snow that I don't love. That gets like icy and it just looks yucky. So I don't love that kind of snow. Cold and sketchy down here. Super sketchy. See? I knew I saw. Whoa, that's a very tall leg. Yeah, it's a little taller than what I need. But we could probably just cut that bottom down. So it'd be like 2 legs like that underneath the counter. What do you think? Is that a good way to hide the trash can and give me the countertop? Oh my gosh. I know, I took my sweater off, so it's like, oh, you look different. But no, I just took my sweater off. I realized what these were used for. You know what I think they were? And I think Kyle's gonna be like, yep, that's exactly what they were used for. I think they were once upon a time from here, the entryway, and they went up to that. I think that's what these were. So I wonder if there's a couple more down there that means I won't have to buy them. These things can be expensive. I saw some at Home Depot for like $40, $50, $60. I don't want to pay that much. Now that Kyle has Bentley's closet door up, we know exactly where I need to paint to make, you know, the gray paint like go into the closet. So we're on our way to Sholo to go pick up some more gray paint because that one is very empty. And we wanted to give you an update about how Bentley's spelling test went. How'd you do, buddy?
So I wasn't able to get the Lego set, but today would be a perfect day to go to get it because you guys are gonna go to Sholo anyway.
That's true.
So what'd you get? You never told him what you got from him.
What'd you get?
I got 12 correct.
So he got 12 out of 20, and 15 was a pretty good goal for him. So Bentley, how many have you been getting right on your spelling test?
About 8.
About 8. So he did 4 words better than he has been. I feel like it's a bad mom moment, or maybe a bad parenting moment, because I knew that he had spelling tests. I guess I just didn't realize that he needed help. Like he needed some intervention, some help.
Let's be honest, COVID has made us all not the best parenting, educational, homework parents. Because everything's homework now.
So it hasn't been my best parenting moment, but we're trying to do better. And so that's what we're doing right now. He does work with a specialist at school to get some letters going the right way, and we'll figure it out. He's doing great. So 12 was a big step up, huh, buddy? Yep. And
were you happy with 12 today?
Yes.
yeah.
I didn't get the Lego set, but I'm still really happy with it, what I got.
That's right, because you did better. And Bentley's not very good at bringing home schoolwork, is he? No. His teacher even sends out the spelling words for like the whole month. So I confiscated that paper and it's up on our fridge. So we're gonna start working on next week's spelling words tomorrow, right? Yeah, because we're gonna get to that 15 and I know he can do it.
I think Mom wants a Lego set as much as you do.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I want one of the Harry Potter book ones.
You know it, buddy. The Harry Potter book one.
High five, Mom.
High five. Boom.
There